We start today's episode where we finished last season. 5th place in the table, 8 games played, 5 wins, 1 draw, 2 defeats. It means, in between episodes, we've lost 1 further match against Liverpool, a 2-0 defeat. It's kind of expected. It's Liverpool. Otherwise, we've done pretty well. We should have won the Norwich game as well. However, they scored late in the match, in the 87th minute, scoring an equaliser. We played Gavin Bazunu as well in this one, which turned out to be a mistake because he gets a 6.3. Also, in our Europa League group stage game, we beat Dinamo 3-0. Salisu, Makoko and Livaja on the score sheet for this one. Makoko is good. He's very good at football. For the amount of money he has cost us, he is ridiculous. He's already got 6 goals so far in 7 starts. 3 in the league. 3 in the league and 3 in the Europa League. I don't know why I said sorry there. There's 3 in each competition that he's played in. And he didn't play in the Carabao Cup against Swansea. For the Rapid Vienna game then, we are going to go with Jonas Omlin in goal, Walker-Peters, Chileta Sarr, Salisu and Perrault in defence, Ward-Prowse, Yates and Lavia in midfield with Aribo, Brobby and Mokoku leading the line. We've basically dropped a couple of players. Onyeka's dropped because of fitness concerns. I say a couple of players, that's pretty much it, isn't it? It's basically Onyeka's the only real main starter missing out for this. Rapid Vienna only have 5 substitutes. What's going on? Why have they only got 5 subs? I'm not 100% sure, but I think if we were to win this game, we are basically through to the next round of the Europa League because we're going to have 9 points out of a possible 9. And I think it's only us and Dinamo who are going to be up in the upper echelons of the group. They're currently sat on 6 points alongside us, I think. So I say 6, they're sat on 3 points? I'm not even sure. I don't know what I'm talking about. Let's just play Rapid Vienna. Hopefully we can get ourselves another win. Hopefully we can see more Mokoku magic as well. The first highlight of the game is actually a proper highlight as well, isn't it? On the right-hand side, Berger collects it, takes a touch, Ward-Prowse can steal it now. Counter-attack time, Joe Aribo, going to go for a big lump upfield towards Brian Brobby on the left-hand side. He's got no options in the middle, keeps hold of the ball though. Cuts inside, trying to get some space for himself. Does get some space. It's blocked. I think it might have even hit a Saints man. And his second effort goes just over the bar. First real chance goes our way. And I'm taking that as a good sign. 10 minutes now on the clock. Is the second chance going to go our way? Yates with the ball after picking up a yellow card within 10 minutes. Really? 10 minutes and you've already picked up a yellow card? Salisu has this now. Inside his own half. There has been an update to Football Manager in between this episode and the last episode, and this one's like an official update. They said it's talking about what was it? Youth player development. Youth player development should now be fixed, which is good news because we've actually got youth players that have come through, and it's come through early. Brobby's going to collect this, crosses it in. Aribo's at the back post on the volley. He's done that a few times. It goes over the bar. Still 0-0. 2 chances now going our way, but yet to hit the target. Ward-Prowse with a free kick, 27th minute. Chileta Sarr is there, and awful goalkeeping by Heddle. And Chileta Sarr makes it 1-0 in the Europa League, his first of the season. We do seem to get a lot of goals from crosses. Why is nobody celebrating with him? He's just scored a goal and everybody ran off by themselves, and Chileta Sarr was just standing alone. Like I was saying, we do seem to get a lot of goals that come from corners, come from crosses like that. A lot of headed efforts from defenders, which means I'm wondering whether we need to change our potential approach and go for something like wing play, flood the players into the box, hold up the ball, flood the box, get some crosses in, and just win headers that way. That could be an option. Lavia has the ball. Perrault on the left-hand side. He's got Brobby in front. Perrault's going to keep going. Back to James Ward-Prowse inside his own half. Are we going to make it 2-0 on the half hour? Yates, poor pass, intercepted by Schick, but Yates collects it once again. Goes for a run, the former Nottingham Forest man, but it goes over the bar. Half-time then, 1-0. We've had 10 shots, 1 on target. If we get more shots on target, we'll score more goals. I'm going to say I'm pleased with the number of shots, and I don't think we've really seen a huge amount of them, have we? Realistically, we've not seen Mokoku have an effort. We've seen Brobby, we've seen Aribo, we've seen Yates have a couple of chances as well. Ward-Prowse with a long-range free kick. It's on target, and it is saved by the keeper. Ward-Prowse has gone over to take it as well from the left-hand side. Nearly said right-hand side. Right-footed from the left-hand side. Brobby's at the front post. On target, held well by the goalkeeper. 12 shots, 3 on target now. 13 and 3. We are getting some shots away and getting a few more on target, but still not enough. Our shots to shots on target ratio is... I'm looking for a 2-to-1. Every 2 shots, one of them should at least be on target. Ideally a 1-to-1. Walker-Peters with the ball on the right-hand side. We've got Makoko in the middle. He's going to get there first, and Yusufa Makoko makes it 3-0. It's 2-0. What am I on about? I've added an extra goal. He scored again, though. 70 minutes, and we're going to do a whole load of changes, and some of them might be a bit questionable. Dujon Sterling's going to come on in left winger, sorry. We're going to bring on Livaja up front, which is probably not how it's pronounced, but I'm sticking with it. That's how I've started, and that's how I'm going to finish. Livermento's going to come on as well for Kyle Walker-Peters. Do we do anything else? I'm looking at Smallbone, I'm looking at Teller. Those are the other two. We might hold on and do maybe Yates and a Rebo for Smallbone and Teller, which is going to happen now, which is literally 10 minutes later. Final few minutes of the game then, it doesn't look like anything extra is going to happen, and if it does, we've got 3 minutes of injury time. We're going to pick up 3 more points. It is 9 points out of a possible 9 in our Europa League group stage. If we get more shots on target, we'll score more goals. It's really obvious and really stupid, but that's just the case. 18 shots, 6 on target. We got closer to our 2-to-1 ratio, but not close enough. So looking at Group C then, we do find ourselves top of the pile. 3 wins out of 3, 9 goals scored, 1 conceded, which we saw in the last episode. It means we need 1 more point and we have guaranteed ourselves qualification. I think that's how it works. We need 1 more point. So it should be fairly settled, right? It should be fairly settled now. Next up though, we do have to play Manchester City, who obviously have Erling Haaland. They also have Manuel Akanji, who isn't registered, and I was wondering why, and then realised he's out for 2 to 4 months with damaged cruciate ligaments, so that would make a little bit more sense. He's too good to not register. However, somebody who also isn't registered is Javi Galan, who, is he there in real life? He may well be. I'm not quite sure. He's 28 years old, very good at football, and not registered. That's insane. Before the match has even kicked off against Man City, they've dropped down from 2nd to 3rd. We've dropped down from 5th to 6th because we're playing on the Sunday. But it's fine. We're going to beat Man City because last time I think we played them on camera. We drew 2-2, if I remember correctly. Haaland didn't score. He got subbed off. We need to hope something similar happens this time around. Omlin, Walker-Peters, Bella Kotchap, Chileta Sarr and Romain Perraud in defence. I mean, I want a double-barrelled left-back, don't I? We don't have one. We definitely don't have a double-barrelled left-back. It's going to be James Ward-Prowse, Onyeka, Lavitt in midfield, Aribo, Brobby and Makoko up front. For this, it's basically the same starting 11. The only thing that really changes is centre-backs, and that's more down to fitness than anything else. So, walking out onto the pitch then for the Man City game. Are they playing Haaland? Of course they're playing Haaland. Captain Erling Haaland as well, apparently. Why is he captain? That just seems a weird thing to do, is to make Haaland your captain. It's not fantasy football. 18th minute, and we've got a very good chance. Potentially Bella Kotchap comes in front of Gundogan. His headed effort goes over the bar. First real chance goes our way. Edison already is on a 7.1 rating. I'm not sure why or how. He's had to save 1 effort. It's Kyle Walker with the throw. Not to be confused with Kyle Walker-Peters, both of whom obviously used to play for Spurs. Aymeric Laporte. What are you going to do? Just going to dolly around? Dolly around, sure, that's the word. Ilkay Gundogan down the right-hand side, finds Walker, collects it. Perraud's there, I assume it's Perraud. Gets the cross in towards Foden. Bernardo Silva is there, and it is trickled across the line. Phil Foden's assist, Bernardo Silva with the finish. Jonas Omlin, not very good goalkeeping. Perraud with a throw towards Ruben Diaz, apparently. Why did we just throw it straight to their defender? Erling Haaland collects it, has no support, passes it back to Kevin De Bruyne, and now Phil Foden. City have got a good team, haven't they? Their team is absolutely ridiculous. I imagine their subs bench is just as good as our starting 11, and there's only like 9 of them. Coletta Carr, Ward-Prowse gets it from Lavia. Bella Kotchap, 37th minute. Are we going to get ourselves back into this game with a goal in the first half? Brobby invites Romain Perraud forward towards the penalty spot. It's a poor pass, and it's cleared by Man City, and now it's 2 versus 2, and one of those 2 is Erling Haaland. The other one is Phil Foden. He's got an option at the far post as well. He's not gone for it. Should be 2-0 to City. That there should have been a goal. Well, despite the fact that there's been a lot of highlights, there's not been a lot of action, has there? 5 shots apiece, 1 shot on target apiece, 1-0 to Man City. You're doing alright. We're doing okay. Apart from Makoko and Coletta Carr and Perraud and Ward-Prowse, we're not doing very good at all. We're really not doing very good. Do we take off Makoko? Yes, Marco Lavaja is going to be coming on up front because Makoko, he's clearly not doing anything right, is he? He's not doing anything right. Onyeka we do need to consider bringing off at some point because he should only be playing 75 minutes, but we'll see how he goes. 52nd minute, Lavia, the former City man, finds Livaja. Left-hand side is Brobby. He's gone off towards the right-hand side to find Walker-Peters. Joe Aribo in the penalty area. Can he play the ball on the ground? What are you doing? Walker-Peters, Livaja, to Brobby, to Aribo. It's found its way in, but the flag goes up. There were too many passes there. Nobody wanted to shoot, did they? Nobody had the confidence to shoot. It fell to Livaja, should have done something. It then fell to Brobby, should have done something. It fell back to Livaja, should have done something. And nobody did. Like, should have spun and shot. He did actually shoot, but then it was deflected. Oh, it wasn't deflected, was it? He passed it to... Oh, what a weird highlight. How do we not score from that? And now a few minutes later, we've got City coming forward. Walker in the penalty area. Plays it back. Jack Grealish. Back again to Gundogan. Brobby with a decent slide. Rodrigo Ake collects it now on the left-hand side, playing as an inverted wing-back, I think. Plays it all the way back to Laporte. They've got nobody back. Absolutely nobody in their half, bar the goalkeeper. I mean, obviously the goalkeeper's good at football, so it doesn't mean anything if we get past all their defence. It's Gundogan across to Rodrigo, now Foden, and Omlin was already on the ground when Foden shot there. Have we got a Bruce Grobbelaar on our hands? I realise anybody over the age or under the age of about 30 probably doesn't know what that means. 3 substitutions then as we go 2-0 down. Diallo, Smallbone and Adam Armstrong coming on for Onyeka, Lavia and Brobby. Not necessarily in that order, but I think it actually is. Omlin has had a bit of a shocker, hasn't he? He's on a 6.4. He's had to save 1 or 3 shots and he saved 1 of them so far. And the Foden goal should have stopped it. The Silva goal arguably should have stopped that one as well. Is it going to be 3-0? Bella Kotchap can clear that ball. Aribo flicks his head onto absolutely nobody. Ake collects it. Laporte, final 10 minutes or so of the game. Gundogan's going to get on the end of this. Bella Kotchap has closed him down. Crossed in to Riyad Mahrez. And Mahrez makes it 3-0. We've lost potentially 3, maybe by more goals against Manchester City. And Erling Haaland still hasn't scored against us. Again, he's been subbed off. Did he play badly? I don't know. I wanted to find out. We've got another highlight. We're going to get a consolation goal. No. We've just literally passed the ball straight to Foden. Livaja has nicked the ball off. And we've got a corner. We haven't got a corner. I swear that went off the pitch. What happened there? Well, we've lost 3-0 against Man City with an XG of 1.62 to their XG of 1. How? How have we done that? Omlin's a 6-1. Bella Kotchap finishes on a 6-3, so he clearly didn't do very well. Armstrong needs to go in January. I'm disappointed. We should have won. I'm going to throw a thing at you. I'm furious with you. Appeared to lack belief. What? The belief that you could move out of the way? I don't know. Now, straight after the game, after a poor performance as well from Omlin, we've just had some news that West Ham. It's a David Moyes. I assumed Everton because my head stuck 10 years ago, apparently. West Ham are interested in Omlin. I'm tempted. I'm genuinely quite tempted. And then it's going to force our hands to actually play Bazunu. And we might need to get ourselves a backup goalkeeper. But obviously, it's October. It's nearly November. We've still got a month or 2 before the transfer window can actually open. And we can actually spend a bit of money. Money, by the way, we still have some. We've got 36 million to spend. About 140,000 in the wage budget as well. So we've got money to make some moves. I don't know what to do with that money. If you have ideas, tell me down in the comments, because hopefully I'm going to be able to see those comments before I even record the transfer window episode. So if you've got ideas of what I can spend that money on, please do tell me. I'm just going to give you some options here. Harry Winks for £6 million. Does want a lot of money though. He's on 90 grand a week. Do we possibly look at getting the Dortmund double with Karim Adeyemi? Mate, can we loan him? I feel like we can't look at loaning it. We can loan Adeyemi. He's gonna cost a lot of money. Going to cost £21 million. Or 42.5 if we don't play him. What about stealing Anel Ahmedhodzic from Sheffield United, a player who arguably is too good to be playing for Sheffield United? He might cost a fair amount of cash though. Or his Sheffield United teammate Sander Berge, not a bad shout. Hear me out. Thorgan Hazard, free transfer, which means we can probably get him cheap in January if we really wanted him. We can play him alongside Dujon Sterling and pretend that we've got Raheem Sterling and Eden Hazard. It's not going to work, is it? Or do we do this? Is this what we do? It might be what we do, you know. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. If you did enjoy, do please remember to leave a like. Subscribe to the channel if you are new and you're enjoying these videos. Next episode, what do we do? Do we do Dynamo and Brighton, or do we do Man UFC? I don't want to do Man United just because of, they don't want to be in the game, and I just don't like the fact they don't want to be in the game. We might do Dinamo and Brighton. That might be where we go. We finish off our Europa League group stages as well. Obviously, we've got Augsburg, but by that point, we should have confirmed our position in the next round. And then we're on the run-up to the January transfer window, which, like I said, stick your comments down below who I should buy in January. That's going to do it for this one. See you next time.